Okay, so here at the Geek Speak Show, we found some monsters, or someone who writes about monsters. Tell us about your latest project.
All right, it's called Monster Elementary, and it's about these 5 elementary school-aged monsters. They go to a all monsters private school. It's like the perfect kind of school for kids like this, but then the school gets raided by the FBI, and so they're forced to go to a human public school, which is kind of awkward for them. They don't fit in very well. They're not allowed to eat the other kids. It's a strange situation for them.
So how do they prevent themselves from like eating like the humans or the kids or?
Well, some harsh words from their parents and a little bit of good behavior. A little bit is about all they have, a little bit of good behavior.
And what are some of the characters that you have in your book?
So let me show you. There we go. So this is the book right here. This is Desmodus. He's the vampire child and kind of the leader of the group. This is Rags. He's the mummy, and he's got kind of an identity issue. He's adopted by a couple of Egyptologists, so he doesn't really know who he is or where he's from. So he kind of tries on different personalities and such. Francesca is the Frankenstein monster right here, and she's obviously kind of big and strong and gruff and really gentle on the inside and doesn't quite she's always trying to find a way to fit in and having a hard time at it. Lucas is the werewolf boy. He's Dez's best friend, and he's kind of the one that looks out for everyone and tries to keep them, rein them back and keep things from going too out of control. But on the flip side of that, he's also got an addiction to juice boxes.
Why juice boxes?
For me, that's kind of the I think of werewolves as sort of an allegory for alcoholism.
Wow.
And I think the kid version of that is the juice box. And so he kind of goes nuts over juice boxes all the time. And then that's Gilda. She's a lagoon monster, and she's just essentially an id. She just does what she wants. She's a happy-go-lucky, just doesn't even understand that other people think she's weird.
That's cool. I know what it's like to be weird. But how did you come up with the inspiration for your characters? Did you kind of like interview or kind of like observe kids and what they're going through, or in terms of bullying and kind of like figuring out what their differences is in school, or did you kind of use inspiration from like old classic monsters?
It was a lot from the classic monsters. I mean, if you take a look, it's essentially the 5 main universal monsters, transformed and re-envisioned in my way. As far as, I was a kid once. We were all a kid once. We all kind of remember how weird and awkward that is. And I think that, using the monsters like this is just a way of being able to really shine a light on that, how we feel different and how we don't fit in, when in fact of the matter is we're all just people.
So what is the overall message that your audience can take away from your creation?
Well, for me, the most important thing was fun. Was to have a really fun comic book that was good for all ages. And I had fun writing it, I had fun making it, and I think people will have fun reading it. The central theme, of course, is about fitting in, like we were saying. So there's a lot of issues with the kids not fitting in the school and not belonging, not being a part of this, or not even wanting to be it sometimes.
That's cool. And where can people get your book or check it out?
Right now, the book was delivered to us on Tuesday. So this is our first show. This is our first big deal. We have a Facebook page. It's, facebook.com/Monster Elementary. You can actually find that easily by going to monsterelementary.com. And we're going to be setting up a web store soon. Hopefully Monday, in fact. But, that depends on how fast we are at these things. But you can definitely find us on the Facebook page and follow us there. And more to come.
If you had to add another monster, who would you add?
That's a good question. I'm trying to work my way through and have everything. So the book actually has some skeletons in it. It's got some zombies. They're paper mache zombies. We also have a what am I thinking? I lost my train of thought.
It happens all the time.
But I try to do everything. I think next I need to do like a Jekyll and Hyde monster, maybe. I do have a ghost penguin in this book. But yeah, I definitely set out to, I gotta have everything. So yeah, maybe an invisible boy.
A lot of cool monsters coming. So that's all we have for Monsters High right now. Thank you for your time.
All right.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Thank you.
I love monsters. And then the other thing I was checking out